Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News, your weekly roundup of EV news from Kia, Hyundai and Genesis. In case you missed them this week, I did 3 videos. It was a very busy week. The first was a Kia news update video about the over-the-air update I received on Monday for the Vehicle Platform Control, or VPC. This update prevents the vehicle from unintentionally jerking when starting from a standstill on slopes. It also covered an issue with the Android version of the Kia app in the EU, and also new model year announcements in Korea for several Kia electric models. It also covered my lack of map subscription item appearing in my Kia App Store. Regarding the vehicle platform update, on my EV3 I'd noticed that when travelling up steep hills in Smart Cruise Control that the car was quite jerky. After the update, the jerkiness is now toned down, so has made quite a difference. On Wednesday, I did a second news update that covered my reply from Kia Connect support, which didn't actually answer my query. That was about the missing maps update in the Kia Connect store. Several owners had also experienced issues with the vehicle platform control over-the-air update that I received on Monday. The update left the controller in an error state and required a visit to the dealer. My real-time maps had also self-updated to January maps silently, so that moved from the November update. Thursday's video covered the availability of manual downloads for the EU cCNC January 2026 maps updates, although the release notes now call it the February 2026 update, so who knows. There is also no sign of manual downloads for Gen5W head units for the old EV6 and Neros and Souls either. On the subject of EU updates for Genesis models, I could find nothing more recent than September 2025 to manually download. It's the New Style site, so you have to put your model details in to check. On the US New Style Genesis site, if you put your model number in, for example GB70, you can find updates from November, which kind of matches the date that we had in Kia January updates in the UK. So GB70 2024 is version 25.11.14, whilst all versions of GB60 are on version 25.08.14, whilst the 2023 GB80 is on 25.11.14. Options in some cases depend on the model year and can vary, so it's well worth putting your car's details in to see what's there, because I can't check everything. I also noticed that Kia India also has released January updates 2026 for download. This brings the Gen5W models up to 25.11.13 and cCNC up to version 25.11.28. On the subject of the issue with the EU Android Kia app starting in restricted mode, where you just get 2 buttons. Someone in the comments suggested forcing the Kia app to stop under settings, app management, and then clearing the cache and data. This did mean you had to log in again though, and you also lost your settings, but it did fix the issue for a short time on mine. I then discovered that pressing refresh on the Android widget was triggering the behaviour, so I removed it and then force stopped the Kia app again, and it's been fine ever since, so it's worth trying that. I'll start the week with news of the Kia EV1. Auto Express reports that development of the Kia EV1, the company's answer to the Renault Twingo and the forthcoming Volkswagen ID Lupo, is now underway. The Korean brand has all but confirmed. Auto Express also showed exclusive renderings of what it will look like, but I think they have the charge port on the wrong side. I think they've made a best guess with the current Kia Picanto as a guide. This week, Kia Europe reported that the Kia EV4 has achieved 390 kilometres or 242 miles in the record cold Prix Winter Test Drive. The Kia EV4 has demonstrated strong range and charging performance in one of the world's most demanding electric vehicle tests, the Prix Winter Test Drive, organised by the Norwegian Automotive Federation, or NAF. The result places the Kia EV4 among the top 5 performers for both achieved range and WLTP deviation. In the coldest edition of the Prix Winter Test Drive to date, with temperatures down to -31°C, the EV4 demonstrated the maturity of its Generation 4 battery system. As Kia's first EV produced and tuned in Europe, EV4 combines a long range of high reliability in extreme winter conditions. A key aspect of the EV4's performance is its Generation 4 battery system. This system features advanced thermal management and optimized coolant distribution to ensure consistent performance even under extreme lows and cold temperatures. The testing was carried out in an EV4 long-range model equipped with an 81.4 kWh battery and 19-inch wheels. This week, Kia Connect announced that it has appointed Olivier Pascal as President and CEO. Pascal has more than 15 years of automotive industry experience in the European mobility sector. The number of Kia Connect users reached 2 million in January. In December 2025, Kia Connect released a 3D visualization of the EV9 in the Control tab to celebrate a milestone of 1 million Kia app users. I did cover this back, and as you'll see it on screen. Kia plans to expand the scope of the 3D visualization feature with additional EV models in 2026, and we've already seen the aborted attempt at the EV3, so fingers crossed we get it soon. During the week, Hyundai UK announced that the Kona Electric is now eligible for the UK Electric Car Grant. Every Kona Electric now qualifies for the Electric Car Grant Band 2, providing £1,500 off the on-road purchase price, encouraging more drivers to adopt zero-emission motoring. This week, Korean Car Blog reported on several new Hyundai Group vehicles carrying out winter testing without camouflage cladding. The upcoming Hyundai Ioniq 3 has been spotted again thanks to our colleagues at SP Median, this time undergoing rigorous ultra-low temperature testing in the grueling conditions of the Arctic Circle. These latest spy shots are the most revealing yet, showing the compact EV with significantly less camouflage than previous sightings, providing a clearer look at its production-ready bodywork ahead of its April 2026 world premiere. Also spotted was the Genesis GV90. The KCB said the Genesis GV90 is no longer just a concept, it's the reality currently being forged in the frozen landscapes of the Arctic Circle. Recent spy photos have surfaced thanks to our colleagues at SP Median, and they reveal more than ever about the brand's upcoming electric flagship. With less camouflage than previous sightings, the latest prototypes highlight a stunning illuminated crest grille and a host of ultra-luxury features designed to challenge the world's most prestigious brands. Also this week, KCB reports on Spyshots that could well become the Hyundai Ioniq 1 or 2. KCB says the emergence of the HE1i, the I stands for the Indian model, prototype, potentially the Ioniq 1 or 2, spotted thanks to our colleagues at Team BHP, isn't just a win for the Indian market, it could be a strategic masterstroke for Hyundai's global lineup. Remember that all vehicles with the E as a second letter in their name belong to the Ioniq sub-brand. For instance, the Ioniq 9 is ME, Ioniq 5 is NE, and the Ioniq 6 is CE. As trade barriers between India and Europe begin to shift, this rugged mini SUV is positioned to bridge the gap between the affordable and the aspirational on both continents. Meanwhile, Kia UK reported a good result in the UK's January sales figures. Kia achieved number 2 UK sales spot and leads EV retail market in latest SMMT data. Debut sales of the Kia PV5 saw it become the third best-selling electric LCV. I suppose that's like commercial van. Furthering Kia's journey to becoming leaders in electrification, January saw the brand become the number 1 for EV sales in the retail market and number 2 in overall across retail and fleet EV sales. Sales were supported by each of Kia's 6 strong electric car lineup, the EV3, 4, 5, 6 and 9, and the PV5 Passenger, while the EV3 ended the month as the 5th best-selling EV in the retail market and the EV5 close behind in 7th spot. Overall, the EV3 was 7th best-selling EV across retail and fleet sales. Our Australian correspondent Gary Buck sent me this story. Chasing Cars reports that Kia Australia is to phase out petrol and diesel-only vehicles over the next 2 years. Kia is set to dump non-hybrid petrol and diesel engines in Australia as early as this year, as it confronts the realities of the federal government's new vehicle emission standard, or NVES. The dramatic move to an all-hybrid Kia lineup alongside the range of EVs starts with this second-generation Seltos, which will launch later in 2026 with hybrid engines only. Once the Seltos goes all hybrid, Kia Australia is expected to embark on a rapid purge of pure petrol and diesel engine options as it seeks to avoid multi-million-dollar NVES fines. Stricter 2026 limits come into force on the 1st of January this year, with few exceptions. Pure non-hybrid petrol and diesel cars and SUVs are now in breach of limits. The long-term answer is to sell more EVs, but for the next few years, car makers can stay on the right side of the NVES law, avoiding huge fines by selling more hybrids too. This will actually put Australia ahead of Kia UK, where you can still buy pure petrol and diesel vehicles up to 2030. Cheers to the story, Gary. Kia How To Videos YouTube channel has released the English version of the Kia EV5 Highway Driving Assist video. I previously covered the Korean version, and this could be very useful if you've got a brand new Kia EV5 or any Kia, as they all work in the same way under the same systems. Now it's time for some recalls and TSBs. The first one this week is for the Kia EV9 in the US and possibly the rest of the world. Details as follows: EF31 connector bracket replacement SC360. This bulletin provides information on repositioning the EF1 electrical connector by replacing the bracket with an improved one for certain EV9s, MVs and MVAs, that's the Korean produced and American produced ones, within the production ranges listed in the table below. The EF31 electrical connector is located near the top of the driver's footrest and may become disconnected due to the interference from the driver's foot. If this electrical connector becomes disconnected, the 12-volt battery may discharge, which can cause the service warning light and or check electric vehicle system message to illuminate. If the vehicle continues to be driven in this condition, the power limited turtle warning light may illuminate and the vehicle may enter limpo mode with speed temporarily limited. Follow the procedure outlined in this bulletin to reposition the EF31 electrical connector by replacing the bracket with an improved bracket to prevent accidental disconnection by the driver's foot. Before performing the procedure, confirm the vehicles included in the affected VIN range. For Korean-built EV9s, the affected production date range is September 25th, 23 to October 15th, 24. For US-built EV9s, the production date range is May 17th, 24 to April 29th, 25. It's likely this will become a worldwide recall, in which case the recall number will be 250230. The second notice is one for the Australian Kia EV3s. Details as follows: an important OTA update for the Data Connectivity Unit or DCU will be available from the 27th of January 2026. Data Connectivity Unit Update or DCU. This OTA update provides the following improvements to your vehicle: increased network communication performance relating to vehicle SOS calls. And finally this week, Hyundai and Kia revealed Vision Pulse driver safety technology that detects beyond obstacles. Vision Pulse employs ultra-wideband modules installed in vehicles to emit signals. If nearby vehicles, bicycles or pedestrians also have UWB modules such as certain smartphones, wearables and trackers, the system measures the time it takes for signals to travel between the modules, calculating their exact positions. When a potential collision is detected, the system issues alerts, reducing the likelihood of an accident and greatly enhancing safety. The technology can be integrated into vehicles through additional UWB modules. However, vehicles equipped with Hyundai Motor and Kia's Digital Key 2 already include these modules, like the EV3 and the EV4 I guess, requiring no additional hardware to use. Current blind spot detection technologies rely on fixed devices or relatively slow communication networks, hindering their accuracy and processing speed. Vision Pulse eliminates these conditions by leveraging UWB modules for precise and rapid communication via UWB radio waves, ensuring high accuracy whilst also offering cost efficiency by utilizing UWB modules that are already integrated into many vehicles. Furthermore, it reduces reliance on expensive sensors such as LiDAR and radar. UWB operates on gigahertz bandwidth, ensuring minimal interference from other signals and exceptional diffraction and penetration capabilities. Vision Pulse can detect objects even in complex urban intersections with an impressive 10 centimeter margin of error across a 100-meter radius. Technology maintains over 99% detection accuracy under adverse weather and nighttime conditions and offers rapid communication speeds of 1 to 5 milliseconds, ensuring effective real-time safety management. Hyundai Motor and Kia also enhanced the practicality of the technology by developing and applying algorithms capable of accurately predicting the positions of multiple objects, even when they are moving at high speeds around the vehicle. Hyundai Motor and Kia also expect Vision Pulse to extend its utility beyond driving assistance. For example, industrial mobility prevents collisions in work environments such as warehouses by adapting on mobility in industrial conditions, thereby reducing industrial accidents, and disaster response, which locates individuals buried under debris during emergencies so you can pinpoint exactly where they are. Hyundai Motor and Kia showcased Vision Pulse in a newly released campaign video titled Sight Beyond Seeing, technology that sees the unseen. The video highlights the deployment of Vision Pulse on school buses, ensuring the safety of kindergarten children. To ensure ease of use for young children, Hyundai Motor and Kia developed protective key rings featuring a guardian angel design, which can be easily attached to backpacks. The key rings also double as sleep-friendly night lights, encouraging regular charging as part of a child's nightly routine. Anyway, that's all for this week. If you're watching this video and are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel. As usual, links to all source stories and videos can be found in the show notes in the video description. Thanks for all the comments and likes, and welcome new subscribers. A big welcome to new channel members Jerry DeHaas and SZGAB SZ91. Big thanks as always to my channel members for your invaluable financial support, which is much appreciated. If you support this channel and become a channel member for just £1.49 a month, you get advert-free early access to my videos and also video exclusives. If you're in the UK, you can also support this channel by using my Octopus and Electroverse referral codes, which are in the video description. We can share £100 if you use my Octopus code, or £10 if you use my Electroverse code. You can also support this channel for free by just clicking subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really like this video, you can also show your appreciation by hitting the hype button. If it still exists, they keep on moving it. Thanks for watching.